This is Terrence Alexander with Real Business Talk TV.
And Israel right here giving y'all the real about all the business, all the personal, and everything in between that you need to know about just how to, navigate through life.
Okay, we bringing this to you guys because a lot of people have been asking us how we navigate between our business relationships, our personal relationships, our relationships with our fiance. So we kind of got a couple of topics we're gonna go over in this episode. I hope you guys like it. Let's go. Okay, bro. So tell me a little bit about your past with like dating and everything.
So once I got older, I started realizing like I was always in relationships. So I go from one relationship, maybe take a little break or not take a little break and then go right back into another one. So that's just kind of been a thing for me. I think I'm just so used to having somebody and caring for somebody. So once I got a little bit older, and when I say a little bit older,
like with your mom, did you like see like relationships? Or
yeah, yeah. My mom was married to my stepfather for, don't give me the line how many years, but I would say it was close to 10 years, if not more. And that was kind of my intro to having a relationship, a serious relationship.
So that's what kind of like inspired you to like want to take care of people? What did you get out of that relationship?
Nah, I don't think I was paying enough attention during that time, honestly. I was a kid.
Subconsciously, we always like pay attention.
Later, I think hindsight, like during that time, you don't really, because you're not thinking like, oh, okay. For me, let me speak for myself. I was not thinking about marriage as 10, 12 years old. It was just, that's my mom, that's my dad.
My mom, that's my stepdad, so they always had a good relationship.
Gotcha.
But when I got a little older, I seen like, I got put in the trick bag. Because I seen like street people, as we would say, street niggas. I seen like street niggas and they would have like 3 or 4 different women, and I thought that was kind of cool growing up. And then, so I was like, I wanted to do the same thing, but once I really realized like, it ain't really the movement for me. But I did it for years and years and years, and then I was like, damn. You got a kid by this woman, a kid by this woman, and you got to communicate all that. So I was like, damn, if I would have knew hindsight, but I think my mom had showed me the correct recipe.
Yeah.
But I kind of deviated from that because I didn't grow up in a house where I seen arguing, fighting.
Right.
Either.
Yeah.
My mama didn't go to the club. I seen a successful relationship. And I think a relationship between 2 people is the most successful thing you ever can do in life, especially a man and a woman. It's a very successful union. If you look at all the power couples, So I kind of have those views now, but growing up, like 18, 19, I thought it was cool to have this female, that female. But as I got older, I'm like, oh, this shit is goddamn toxic.
Yeah, and I think it's just a negative masculine trait in men. Some people like, hey, monogamy is this and is that, and men are supposed to have.
What's your views on monogamy?
I mean, to be honest, if you can take it on and you're willing to do it, great. Either way, polygamy as well. Like if you want to have multiple women and you can manage that,
I think you have to have a big bag and a bigger ear than normal people, right? For that.
Yeah, and just, you got to be emotionally intelligent as hell. Like, because women have needs and wants.
So do you think men and women are different?
Absolutely. Hell yeah. Like, I mean, and I don't think they're supposed to be the same. Like, it's yin and yang for a reason. So men complement women and women complement men in different places and areas to make it work together, like you said, for it to be successful.
Yeah, that's my views are the same. I do think the men have got weaker over the years. Like, men really don't know how to take care of women in this day and age.
So do you feel like women want to be taken care of the same way they did in the past? Or are they more like...
It depends on a woman, but I think a lot of women have been forced to, be independent. And there's nothing wrong with an independent woman because you want your woman to be able to communicate and do all this. But I think all women want to be taken care of in a certain way.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, I think men are just so...
They weak because if you look at the statistics, most women make more than most men.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
So do you feel like the finance plays a part in them being weak, or do you feel like it is...
I think men are just completely lazy. And it's only 1% of men that really want to really be aggressive and work. They're just completely lazy. I think men need to go back to, pursuing like goals. Most men don't even want to pursue any goals. They don't want to do anything.
Right. Literally. Yeah. Show up and get praise for being a man. And that's, or just being able to do whatever and then being acceptable. And I think that's a big negative thing too. Like it's one of those things to where, you know, you gotta have those standards in your relationships and you gotta have those standards in your house or else you're gonna get trampled. Girl, especially if she make more than you, well, she gonna goddamn drag your ass. She gonna be.
So if your girl made more than you, what would be your approach on dealing with that?
I don't know. I've never been in that situation,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't be opposed to it, to be honest. You just have to really set them standards and then just know the right
So
person.
you believe
person
in setting, you kind of believe in setting standards for your relationship, but boundaries, or how does that work?
Definitely. Boundaries, standards, expectations. You know, communication is key.
And on another note, I think women need to have certain requirements. They need to put forth, because a man want to be nurtured, they want to be catered to. But on the other side, a man has to be a provider, a protector. And even if a woman got a bag, your woman still want to have flowers. They still want gifts. They still want to go on dates.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of men, they don't even take women on dates at all. They don't believe in it. They're like, a date? I ain't doing that.
I posted about it last week and it got so many mixed reviews because, again, you got the men that have been hurt in terrible relationships and it was like, oh, F them females.
Like I posted about being like marriage is the biggest gift you can give yourself financially. Yeah. A lot of men say, hell no.
Yeah.
But that's my point of view. I think like with me being engaged and me moving forward, I'm like, I can see because I'm focused on one woman.
Right.
I ain't got to focus on 6 different women.
Correct.
That's not what I want to do. Right. I did that when I was younger, so I'm getting older. And I think the older you get, you got to change. You got to do things different.
Yeah.
Most people continue to do the same thing over and over and over.
Expect a different result.
Yeah, they want different results. But I think, you know, even like me I'm going into the next age bracket of 40.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not 40 yet, but I'm in my 30s. So I'm like, at 40, I don't want to see myself doing what I did in my 20s.
Yeah. That's just a lack of just self-awareness. Yeah. You know, if you're not self-aware, how can you grow? How can you be better?
And then especially you got kids, you want them to kind of see a successful relationship.
So like you mentioned earlier, just about me seeing a relationship. Now that I think about it, I have seen it, and I guess you just kind of get used to mom and dad just, okay, they good.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be. But then when you get in a toxic relationship, you're like, oh shit.
So what's a toxic relationship?
I mean, arguing, you know, not seeing eye to eye on anything.
And I always say with me and my fiance, I don't even call it argument. I call it thoughtful disagreement. I think people put a title of arguing on most things, but I think it should be thoughtful disagreement. Because I think us as men, we don't really want a woman to agree with everything we saying. We want a woman to kind of give us their point of view. Because everybody's point of view matters. A lot of people, you know, don't take their girl point of view or their man point of view, but everybody's points of view matter. Even your kids' point of view matter.
It does. Because they see something you don't.
Yeah, they see shit different. They see the world different. Because you got different age brackets. So
yeah, my 2-year-old and my 7-year-old see the world completely different. But it's important, like, even if it is the thoughtful disagreement, okay, cool, can we still operate? We don't have to see eye to eye, but is that going to carry over until tomorrow or next week? Like, some shit need to be dead.
So are you the type of person in a relationship that will kind of hold a grudge, or how do you do it?
I used to, because I didn't understand, like, that don't move the needle until you get with somebody.
So like, in a relationship, I'm the type of person, like, we can have, as I would call it, thoughtful disagreement, and then the next 10 minutes, I'm the type of person I could be laughing.
Yeah, we cracking a joke.
I don't really hold grudges. I don't do that in business or person.
But see, that's different, because I know a lot of relationships do carry that energy to where they're like, they got to win. Like, ain't no conversation. If it ain't my way, it's the highway.
But I think it is no wins in a real relationship.
It's not. It's compromise.
It's compromise. Yeah. Especially as a man, when I lay down, I'm going to want some. So I ain't, what the hell I'm trying to win, but I
okay. So to that, do you believe in a happy wife, happy life, or do you believe?
I believe happy life. If I'm happy, everybody gonna be fucking happy.
Okay, maybe not.
Let me take that back, because I don't even think men have took the emotion of being happy. I don't think men are supposed to be happy every day. I think you're supposed to do stuff that make you unhappy. As far as like business, it's an aggressiveness you need to be in business. So everything in business ain't happy. If you working a job, everything ain't gonna be happy. So I think there's like, a false narrative. Like you have to be happy with everything you're doing.
Because you're gonna do a lot of shit.
It's just like working out. I done started working out. I'm trying to get jacked, right?
Yeah.
So shit, I'm not gonna be fucking happy on the motherfucking weight bench every motherfucking day.
That's true.
But I'm gonna be happy with the fucking results. So I think you should be happy with the results. I think people should put results at the end of being happy, because most people want to be happy every day.
Yeah.
And that's impossible. You ain't gonna be happy every day. You're gonna be happy some days, you're gonna be miserable some days. But long as it ends up in the same fucking, long as you end up at what you need, where you need to be, that's what being happy is.
Yeah.
To me.
You know, because it's a marathon.
And I do, me personally, in dating, I do want to see my girl happy. Me personally.
Hell yeah.
Because so sometimes if it's something that I know that's gonna make her happy, shit, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna get flowers every week and it's gonna make her happy, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna get you the flowers.
Correct.
And make you smile. I love seeing you smile.
And it goes so much further than most people think.
Because I definitely believe in a happy ending.
Yeah.
If a man do everything he's supposed to do, it should be a happy ending.
Mm.
You know, so.
Yeah.
It's just like you take your girl on a date.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, I'm gonna send you random cash out.
Yeah.
Okay, baby, I'm gonna get you these flowers.
Yeah.
Now I'm expecting my, you know.
So do you think everything has to be a monetary attachment to it to make another person happy?
Go deeper.
Like do you think money is the thing that people want?
Money is always the factor, but I think money just has an intrinsic value. It's just transforming the value of something, but you definitely need money in a relationship.
Facts.
Most marriages break up from not having finances.
Facts.
And most men sit at home and don't fucking work.
Facts.
They don't do nothing.
Exactly.
They don't do nothing.
Yeah.
Completely nothing.
Right.
So as men, we gotta become stronger. We gotta work on our mental more. We gotta work on our appearance more. We gotta get more healthy. We gotta get more endurance. So
because that's the thing too. You'll get in a relationship, and I know I did it. Not even consciously, but you'll get comfortable.
Yeah, you'll get.
So you'll put on some weight. Yeah, you're gonna get big, and it's
and
like,
me too. Like this is the biggest I ever been in my life.
Me too.
You gotta pay attention and work on it.
Yeah,
I think everything is a work in progress.
Right.
I don't think nothing happens overnight.
Yeah, and you got to keep that energy in your house to where y'all are pushing together.
Correct.
Don't get too comfortable in the house to where you both end up fat, you both end up miserable. Then you're cheating on each other. Y'all both broke. So
and I think sometimes you got to have those uncomfortable conversations.
More times than not.
Most people never want to have uncomfortable conversations. Everything ain't always, every day ain't a good day. Some days you're going to have to, correct your partner.
Yeah.
I think you was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's good because y'all both human. Ain't nobody perfect, especially in a relationship when you're dealing with somebody and you don't really know.
And I think most men won't get vulnerable in front of their girl. Yeah. Like I had that problem. Like
I still have it.
Like letting her see me in something on weekend. Cause I feel like I'm a superhero. So I feel like I'm strong at everything. But some areas, all of us as human, we're weak at some areas. It's okay to be weak at certain areas if this is your life partner. If this is your for lifer, you can be weak in certain areas. That's why it's two people. But as men, sometimes we be like, I ain't gonna let her see that. Yeah. But she probably already fucking see it anyway.
She already seen it, bro.
Women are definitely more observant than men, I think, in certain areas.
Yes, they are gonna see the stuff that you think that you hide. They've seen it.
And you even notice that from having daughters, how they see shit.
Or your mom. You think you hide something on mommy? I already knew that shit.
I already knew you was doing that. I knew you was a little down today. You know how your mom is.
Because they know your high points, your low points, your voice, if it fluctuates, when you lying, all that shit.
Correct.
So, yeah.
So I think that's kind of like a problem with men. We don't really let women see our vulnerable points. But, I believe in a strong thing that I heard from Jay-Z, what you reveal, you heal.
Yeah.
So when you reveal something, you heal it.
Sure.
So that's what I've been practicing in my own process.
And that too, and I can understand the lack of vulnerability. I think you got to be vulnerable with the right person. Correct. Because if not, your ass will have trauma and you won't want to open up to nobody.
But it's kind of like, it's a lot of women, like, they outside now. It's kind of like people don't want to get married. Right. It's just like women, you seeing it where they crying like, okay, I'm a hoe.
Yeah.
I'm proud of being a hoe. That's not for me.
Yeah.
I'm the type of man, I want a wife that's a wife.
Correct. So what is a wife to you?
A wife to me is somebody that's caring, loving, that take care of her man, that want to go on dates, that want to be feminine, that want to be taken care of.
Yeah.
They want to be provided for, they want to be protected. You know, they ask me to do shit that they know gonna aggravate me, but I still do it anyway.
Because you love them? Yeah.
Some shit somebody that I can have fun with.
Yeah.
You know, what's a wife to you?
A lot of the similar things, like you said, somebody that want to be protected, somebody that can be a good mother. You know, that I can see those traits in them. Because I've seen women and I've dealt with women. I'm like, ooh.
And another thing I say about what's a good wife to me is somebody that know how to treat their family.
Yeah.
I watch how people treat people.
Facts.
That's big to me. It's just like if I'm in business with you and I see how you nourish your relationships or how me and you communicate.
Yeah.
That's a strong point for me because I really believe in relationships is way more important than money.
Absolutely.
I believe like, okay, people might be down, people might not get it today, but they might get it tomorrow. So
right.
I look at the way, before I chose my fiance, I looked at the way she treated her family. That was a big major key to me because I want to see how you treat other people or what you say behind people's back.
Right.
I don't want no gossiping ass one. I want to see how people, how you gonna treat everybody around you.
Yeah.
Because I know how you gonna treat me. Yeah. I know the energy you gonna bring to me.
Yeah. Yeah, that pillow talk is deep. You know what I'm saying? It go a long way because it's gonna show you, oh, this is the you talking about your sister like that?
Yeah, that's the type of
person.
How
you gonna talk about me when I don't goddamn take out the garbage? She gonna talk about me like a dog.
Correct.
So I get it. Yeah. Or
so
just
bro,
like
how do you deal with like jealousy in a relationship?
Jealousy. I mean, it starts with it starts with you as a person. Like, if you're confident in what you're doing, you really shouldn't be jealous of your partner.
And me personally, I can't deal with jealousy. I'm in too many business with women. I have women bankers, women people to interview, women people that's my customers. So I can't have a jealous partner. So we gonna have to navigate and build trust.
Communication too.
Yeah. Like with me, an open phone. Like most people want to close their phone and lock it off. You gotta
turn
have
it upside down and flip it.
They turn it up on a nice stand. Cut it off.
I feel it.
Yeah. I'm gonna open my phone. You can read my DMs, but I gotta make this money, baby.
Facts.
That's the only way. I gotta get this money.
No way around it. And I mean, a big part of it too, like you said, having that open line of communication about, hey, I do have a meeting with Sarah today.
Correct.
Just so when she called you, I'm with Sarah right now. She ain't like, what the hell? You with Sarah at 2:00 in the afternoon.
And you have to put women in their place too.
Yeah.
You can't just leave an open form of communication.
Yeah.
I'm married. Well, I'm not married. Yeah. I'm engaged. I'm happily engaged.
So what about the women that don't care?
They don't care. You gotta care.
That's fact.
They don't care. You gotta care. You gotta respect your partner.
For the record, women are just as aggressive as men are.
And then sometimes when me and my fiance do, hell, I tell her.
Yeah.
Somebody try to get at me. I send her the screenshot. Look what she said, man.
So a quick segue too, like, and I wanted to hit on therapy, but I remember when me and my fiance were in therapy, she was just telling us about different situations to where that her and her husband would laugh and joke about, like, hey, I tried to holler at me today. Like, he saw my ring. Yeah, he know what I got going on, but that's just, you gotta laugh about stuff like that because it's not that deep, especially if you're not crossing that line.
But if you ain't no ugly male or ugly female, you should expect people to try to talk. Right. They come with the game.
Correct. Yeah, people gonna holler at you, but it's about how you respond to it
and your trust and you building up that trust with your partner.
Right.
And a lot of people been asking, how do you keep like the sex going in a relationship?
Yeah. So. Or just intimacy, period, because it's not all about sex, and that's something I learned too. Through therapy, that intimacy is on different levels. You can just have a dope ass conversation, and that should be like,
oh yeah, that's very stimulating.
Yes, it's stimulating for sure. Like, and it don't got to be about money. It could just be like, damn, I never thought about it like that. Like, you make me look at life different.
Correct.
That's intimacy.
And I think that's what a successful partner would do anyway, make you look at your whole life different.
Facts. But it's up for them to stay on top of their shit.
Like some of your fiance taught you since y'all been together. Give me one.
A lot. I mean,
give me one that's like, give me one that kind of stood
I think the biggest thing is just emotional intelligence, like dealing with women. Like, you don't really realize, especially me having daughters, like, you got to be emotionally intelligent.
Correct.
You got to know when they do feel a certain kind of way, or I can't be so blunt in certain moments when I want to be. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, well, so you tell me more.
So you got to control what you say.
Yeah, just be mindful because they,
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big tip.
Because usually I'm very straightforward, and I'll be like, dang, my bad, I didn't mean it like that. But in that moment, that shit might crush her.
They might crush what they say.
Yeah, or you don't care. But I obviously care. I just need to make sure that I'm showing you that I care.
Correct.
Yeah, so that's what I would say. But what's your thoughts? Because I kind of hinted on it earlier with therapy.
I love therapy.
Yeah.
You know, therapy has helped me get out of a toxic relationship that I thought was for me.
Yeah.
So I went through therapy, the whole, program, and I was like, well, I really don't know this person. I don't know anything about this person. So I think
big
therapy,
advocates for therapy, man. That is, yeah. If you're a guy that's on the fence and you feel like it's soft, or even in the black community, I don't want to tell the white
and
people.
I think it kind of helped you with your mind control, like the way you think, and you understand how she thinks.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people use therapy, like, I guess you would say that, like, they telling on the other partner. It's not telling, it's expressing.
And at first, when you first start going through it, that's how it's gonna feel, like you running back and snitching to the.
Well, you did this, you did that.
Really, what it does is supposed to give you tools to be able to use to navigate through difficult times.
And I think difficult times, it take a village anyway. You need an advisor.
Yeah.
Your best friend might not be the fucking advisor, because he might be a nigga that fuck with several different women.
Correct.
Yeah.
Or just somebody in an happy relationship. And I just be telling you the worst.
What's your thoughts on your female hanging with women that's not engaged or on the same path?
It's few and far between. Mine has a lot of friends just from different friend groups. So I understand there are times that every friend that you have is not going to be in a full-blown relationship, but you need to limit those amount of times, because it's the same thing with me. I try not to hang out with single guys.
Correct, because you are the people you hang around.
Facts. Eventually, it's gonna rub off.
Like, especially with me, what rubbed off in business is everybody I was meeting with when I was single, they'll say, I'm married. And I'd be like, I'm single. I'm like, this is not mixing.
I'm missing something. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people don't even want to do business with you if you're not, pursuing a serious relationship.
And that just shows how serious you are and dedicated to something. That shows me, like, okay, you at least can take that next step in your life to be dedicated to one thing. You can go far.
Because really, you can't name too many successful people that's not married.
Facts.
Most of the successful people that you see are married.
Even if they got divorced, goddamn, you gonna see them get right back into
might
another
remarried.
Exactly. They know it's a power move, and it's not obviously just about to have a successful business, but just to have a partner in everything. You know what I'm saying? You need to have a partner in your crime or your good shit.
Give me some things like you wouldn't discuss with your partner about business.
Financials. It's just so much, and it's not always bad, but it's just so much going out all the time. So the normal person would be like, bro, you just spending, but that's business.
Yeah, I think I was telling my fiance that yesterday. I'm like, a day for me is, might be $6,000, it might be $10,000.
Yeah.
It might be $3,000. But that's a normal person bills, but we pay for ads, we pay for products, we pay for, I got real estate, so I'm paying for this, so it's like a different lifestyle. Now, I do think you have to give your partner like updates.
Yeah.
But it might not be the whole picture, because they might not understand it anyway.
And what you don't want, especially when you have platforms like social media that's going to show everything all the time, over time, you don't want them referring back to something like, I didn't even know about that. Like, you didn't even mention it. I would rather have them say like, oh, that's what you was talking about, versus a situation where it's like, damn, you didn't even say nothing about this and you just been doing this for a whole 6 months.
Correct.
They'll feel some kind of way. Women don't want to be left out. That's for damn sure.
Correct. So you would say open up the communication.
Again, communication is the key. And just, try to pique their interest. They might like a part of it to where they can give you perspective.
And that's another question I had for you, like their interest.
Yeah.
Like my fiance, she likes Lifetime, blogs. So I'd be like, okay, let me watch this with her.
Yeah, that's true.
So sometimes that's what I mean by, as men, sometimes we have to do
stuff
shit
you don't want to. Yeah, that's true.
A lot of men only want to do shit they want to do. But if you really pay close attention to your girl or your fiance or your wife, if you really leading right, she'll start sounding like a mini you.
Correct. She's gonna start saying terms and phrases and just mentioning stuff that you didn't mention, and she's saying it to her friends. Yeah, my fiance said this, and I hear it all the time. I'm like, that's what's up.
That's what's up. I like that, baby. Let's go.
Like that. But that shows like they're listening. They're like, they want to be led. And
because I feel like when you give something to a woman, they multiply.
Every time, bro.
Like they should multiply.
Every time. Every idea I've had has been literally taken to another level just because
they always say that
and all that.
You can look like at your mama. You give them money, they know how to get this, they know how to do this. Like my mama always tell me, I can make a meal out of nothing. You give me Give me 10. How much you got? What's your budget?
Right.
Okay. You got 20? I got
make
you.
that shit
Oh,
do
make
it.
it. Oh, man, we gotta,
That's crazy. That's real though. But that's important. Like I said, women have one of them intangible things that's just gonna help them. They're gonna multiply any idea.
That's what I always say. Like, women have a job and a man have a job.
Yeah.
It's just like me going to the grocery store versus my fiance going to the grocery store. I'm the type of guy, I might go to the grocery store and be on the phone
And walk around for 3 hours.
She gonna tell you, oh baby, we forgot this. I got a list. You got this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So I know we also talked about social media a little bit. How do you feel like that impacts our relationship?
With my relationship, it don't. Because I open up everything. You can see my DMs, you can see whatever.
But what about just like people commenting on your stuff and questions about who is that?
That can't happen if you're in business. You need social media. I keep telling all you old heads, if you don't have social media, get your ass on social media because you need social media to be successful. You need a social presence. People are going off your personal brand now. Yeah. So you need a social presence. So if all the males or the females, if you jealous about social media, cut it. It ain't gonna work. You gotta have the other person on social media, especially if they're in business. They need social media.
Yeah, no, that's facts. So I guess another question.
What about you though with social media?
I mean, I think, like I said, it's imperative. You gotta have it. If you don't have it, then your business is not gonna be as relevant.
I would just say, open up your fucking phone.
There you
go.
My
code.
Right. If you're not doing nothing, you got nothing to hide.
I ain't got 2 phones. You want both of them? Here you go.
There you go. Yeah.
If I do got 2 phones, you can have both of them.
Correct. Yeah. If you ain't got nothing to hide, it ain't a problem. And the thing about it is, with this, like, you gotta still build healthy boundaries in it. Like, you can't just be out here all loose and goofy. Like, it's been situations where I'm a flirtatious person, but it might not be with no like end goal in mind.
So do you think you gotta flirt a little bit in business?
I think that sells.
Yeah.
Even if I'm talking to a guy, I might, hey bro, your beard look great, man.
Yeah.
Why this beard go?
Why this beard?
Why just got that beard? This beard go right here. But that's just kind of what you have to do in sales. You got to make a person feel good about the thing that you're presenting them.
Correct.
So it might come off as flirtatious, but like I said, set the boundaries. And sometimes you have to be reminded, hey bro, you stepping over the line. That's cool. That's perfectly fine. Okay, understood. I ain't gonna do it again. But if you're a habitual line stepper, then now you got you got an issue.
And then that's communication too, right?
Yeah. Expectations. Setting expectations, setting boundaries, and just limiting the access people have to you. Like, yeah, they can follow you, yeah, they can engage with you on social media, but that don't mean you need to be hitting them up at 2:00 in the morning and this, that, and hey, hit me in business hours. Hit me at 9 a.m.
What is business hours though?
I would say 9 a.m., just regular business hours. Obviously, but if you up talking at 3 in the morning or whatever, just shooting the shit.
What if it's 3 a.m. about business though? Some people say, but some people, they on different time zones. So.
Listen, I DM at 2, 3 in the morning if it makes sense, but I'm not.
I think it's just a trust. I think it all boils down to you having trust. You have to have trust in your partner.
Yeah. If you just, hey, how you doing? Okay, no, talk to me tomorrow. We talking about business. Don't put me in those situations.
If it's 3 a.m., I'm laying in the bed with
my girl. What are you doing? That's crazy.
Look, baby, this is what she said.
Yeah, she wilding. Why are you even? But again, that's those boundaries to where a person shouldn't feel comfortable doing that. And if they do, again, you open that communication with your girl. They hit me up, whatever. If you gotta just communicate that, hey, we not on that. Hit me tomorrow.
Right. So do you think you can still do business with a female that like you?
Well, that's a great question. That likes you
or wants you?
Wow. I mean, you could do business, but I feel like it's just opening up a can of worms. Like, yeah, that's opening up a can of worms.
Well, me personally, I've had several women like me over the years because I've been in business, and I think you can.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm with my fiance. I don't give a fuck what you talking about.
I hear you. So, yeah. I hear you. I mean, and it's not a issue to where it's like, oh, I don't trust myself, but it's just I don't want to put nobody in no awkward positions.
What's an awkward position?
To where if I know you like me and I'm pulling up fresh, I'm gonna smell good.
But you know what you do? You bring them goddamn dividers. Yeah. Hey, Israel, we gonna go right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sit your ass over there.
Shit you bring. Shit, bring your fiance with you.
That too. But it's like you don't want to put her in no awkward position. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, and sometimes you want to keep that business and personal separate.
You think?
Really, you don't want to incorporate
And see,
them.
what I think is business and personal is almost the same.
It's a blurred line. Yeah.
But you do have to kind of separate it in certain areas.
Yeah, correct.
Because you do have to take time to listen to what your partner is saying.
That, and because this person that might like you might be a fucking great employee. Like, they might do a great job. So it's like, they damn near irreplaceable, but, you know, they got to understand, like, hey, you don't stand a chance in hell.
Correct.
So I know something I also want to hit on was the gender roles in a relationship between a man and a woman. If you need me to elaborate, I can.
There we go.
Okay, cool. So this is something I had a conversation with my fiance about this weekend, just about like how some people get it misconstrued over like a woman's supposed to be in the kitchen, a man's supposed to be out, you know, slaving, working or whatever. She take care of the kids, whatever. That's cool. But what if the woman just can't cook?
I say do what the fuck you good at, because I know I'm
It's about the person.
I know I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but I know I'm a better cook than my
There
dad.
you go.
So
It's
I'm
about the person.
gonna get in there and cook. I love cooking anyway, me personally.
It's about the person. I know a bunch of men chefs that can outcook their wives, and that's just what it is.
That's cool. So I don't believe in the stereotypes of that.
Yeah.
But I do think a man should be a provider and a protector.
Correct.
And I think a woman should be feminine.
Yeah.
No, that's me.
And just find her femininity in, you know, herself, because every woman has been raised different. Some women have been raised single mothers, single fathers, broken homes, whatever, abused. So same thing with men, but just find it to where you can cater to your man still, despite your,
and
your background.
If cooking ain't your thing,
Cool.
hey, get
That's
in there
fine.
and do something that you. Because everybody can cook something. My mama always told me that. Everybody can cook one dish good. It might not be everything, but you can cook one thing good.
Put that popcorn in there.
I
love it when you cook that popcorn.
If it's a smoothie, whatever it is, you can cook something good.
Just don't let that be an excuse why you don't bring something to the table. That's real. That's real as hell, actually. But even outside of the cooking thing, like what about cooking? I mean, cleaning. What about
me personally? I think if a woman has kids, a man need to make enough money where the woman can have a maid. Me personally, I believe in it. I believe in delegation is the key to keeping a clean house with kids. Me personally,
and a lot of people don't understand it's not as expensive as you think it is to have a person come clean. I promise it's correct. It's gonna cost you something, but you will be able to get that time back from your significant other.
You need time, and then, you know, that's what they do for a living. They clean. So some people enjoy cleaning.
Good. Yeah.
And some women don't. But I'm a neat freak, so I think my house should always be clean. But I will straighten up a little bit, me personally, because
you want it a certain way.
I can't focus when it's not clean, me personally.
Yeah.
So, and I do think women should play their role and tighten up behind themselves. But I do think you should just pay a maid, me personally.
Yeah. And again, people think this stuff is more expensive than there might really be, but you can find somebody. I remember at one time we had somebody cleaning our house for I think like $75, $85 a week.
And what
it's
is
worth the time.
Correct.
Because you get, you know what I'm saying?
You either got time or what?
Money. That's it.
Yeah, you can't have both.
And you can't expect your woman to want to spend time in the bedroom and this, and she tired as hell. It's impossible. She gonna be like,
and
bro,
some women like chaos. They like they shit different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
They like, you know, I know I have people that say they like their clothes everywhere. That's how they go through them. I'm the type of person, I want my clothes hung up, neat. I got to see what I'm about to wear.
Yeah. I mean, it's different strokes for different folks, but that's just a little hack. You know, if you are in a weird space in your household and you're like, dang, I don't want to cook, I don't want to clean.
Just like me.
Chefs and cleaning people that will come to do it for you.
And just like me, really, I've been putting stuff together all my life. So, because I worked on cars and painted cars, I don't like doing handyman work. So I would rather pay someone.
Me too.
So I don't like.
I work with my hands every day.
Yeah, I don't want to hang no. I ain't the type man that I want to hang this TV because I like doing it. Yeah. I want to cut the grass. I don't like cutting no motherfucking grass. I don't like hanging no motherfucking TV. I don't like putting together shit. I would rather pay somebody.
See, because the thing about it is, most women want the time anyway, whether they say it or not. That's what most people
like. Some people be saying
love language is.
That's cute. You put together that you cut the grass.
No.
That don't make me feel like a man. What makes me feel like a man is I made the money.
There you go.
And I can pay somebody else and I can still be doing two things at once.
Correct.
I ain't no man that want to go outside and watch no motherfucking car. I pay people to do
It's 96 degrees outside. You out there sweating, putting tire shine on, and then the kids.
I ain't the type of nigga that want to put up no motherfucking shelf.
There you go.
Don't order no shit and ask me to put it together. I don't like none of that. Me personally.
Yeah. Again, to have people that do that, and it's fine. That's perfectly okay. You know
I got a handyman on speed dial. Hey, what you got? Just give me a list. I'll put it together.
And that's the beauty of having relationships. You know, you got relationships with people that do certain things you cannot or cannot.
And I'm definitely not
wanting to do.
I definitely ain't no motherfucker that want to move.
No.
Like pick up shit. Hell no.
Your back be hurt. Your feet hurt.
We gotta move. Tell me in advance. I
know what to call. Yes, I know what to call. But yeah, so yeah, I think the gender roles definitely got to be clear too. If there are those. If not, just pick what you're good
at. And I
say
just like, with me in a relationship, just know your strengths and you know her strengths and she know your weaknesses and you know her weaknesses and fill in.
Correct.
If you don't know, have a fucking conversation.
That's it. And go back to communication.
What is the solution?
Yeah. That's the biggest key. Solutions
and don't be nitpicky. Just because somebody don't do it this way and you do it that way, because everybody was raised different.
Correct. Yeah, that's fact.
Everybody is not raised in the same household. You might have learned something this way. She might have learned something that way. Yeah. And you trying to say, well, my mom do it like this. My mom and my dad
mom don't live in this house.
Yeah, your mom don't do this and your dad don't do this. So you have to do it your way.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I think when you build a successful relationship, you have to bring what y'all got going on together.
Correct. You creating your own new way of doing stuff together. That's important. And it's I think important for your kids to see that. Okay, this is how we do it at our house. Not how we do it at grandma and grandpa's house or your aunt and uncle. This is how we do it here. So they can, see something and base their future off of that. Like at least seeing a clean house, at least seeing a maid, at least seeing somebody come clean the cars every Saturday. That's cool. But it don't always have to be manual labor by either one of y'all.
I'm definitely not a manual labor person, me personally.
Because you work throughout the week already.
I want my hands soft. When I roll my girl, I want to say, baby, your hands soft.
He's a manicure.
I'm pedicure, manicure type guy, so I want to make sure that's me.
Yeah. But some women like that. They want their man.
It's oily. No.
They want to feel like sandpaper going across their skin.
I'm the type of guy, I'm going to have house shoes on my feet at all the time.
There you go.
So it's just me.
Yeah, different show for different folks. But hopefully y'all took a couple of these gems. And if they weren't gems and it was
diamonds, I know.
There you go. It was something that you feel that doesn't apply to you, that's cool. But pass it on to the next person. Because I guarantee it's going to help a brother that's in need or a sister that's in need too. Because, it's a lot of women that need that guidance and help trying to figure out how to navigate relationships.
And thanks for tuning in to Real Business Talk TV. We promise to tell you the truth. We always tell you the truth. Follow, subscribe, like, follow us on all social media platforms. We got more stuff coming for you.
On the way.
Let's go.